All right, I think that's okay. I have heartburn so bad right now, it's not even funny. But hey guys, long time no see. I actually did a live stream a couple weeks ago, or a week ago. But people were really rude, so we decided we were just going to leave and go to a different platform and hang out and talk. So, but anywho, guys, hey, yes, I'm burnt. I am fried. I am sunburned. But if you've watched the shorts that I've posted, you will have seen that I worked my butt off the other day. Got the rooster pen built, the bachelor pad, and got that all built and got the roosters moved. So if you watched the last two uploads for shorts, you will know that. But anywho, I stupidly put sunscreen on, not stupidly put sunscreen on, but I put sunscreen on in the morning. I went out there at 6 a.m. I stupidly forgot to reapply my sunscreen in the 9 hours total that I spent outside. I started at 6, I completed the work at 4, but I took 2 30-minute breaks in there to eat lunch and to stop a couple times to get something to drink. Yeah. So I don't recommend doing that. Always, always, always remember to apply your sunscreen. If you have to set yourself an alarm, do so. What is that fog? Is that just dirt? Because it's blowing wind like crazy out here. I think that might just be from dirt. The whole mountain top right now is completely covered in what looks like a fog. But anyway, we're out here, Carlisle and I, waiting for Sarah because she is in physical therapy, and hopefully there's only a couple more, I think we only have 3 more therapy sessions for her, and the doctor will take another reevaluation of her ankle, and we will decide, or the doctor will decide whether or not she needs further physical therapy, or if we're finally done with that and she can go ahead and finally be done and be considered recovered. And hopefully as her time goes on and she does exercises at home, she can stretch the ankle and stuff even further. And if I'm talking really loud and really fast, I'm trying not to get copyrighted because he's listening to a movie. I'm trying to hear okay. Oh, excuse me. I have such bad heartburn right now. Reed and Nico, hi. I think that's what that says. I'm so sorry. I can't see. Yeah, there we go. Sammy, hi. And so, yes, I am sunburned. Kai, hello. You have a question? All right, but if it's inappropriate, you're getting kicked immediately. So, this is a family channel. This channel talks about homesteading and family stuff. So if it's inappropriate, you'll be right on out. Okay, if it's not inappropriate, you're cool to ask. Doesn't mean I'll always answer things, but how's Sarah? She's doing good. She's actually in physical therapy right now. Pregnancy-wise, she has been getting her butt kicked by morning sickness. And yeah, so she is struggling with morning sickness, but her ankle is doing so much better now that she's been in physical therapy. Hopefully, we don't have much more physical therapy to go. And Carlisle is doing really good. He's right here in the back seat. He's actually watching a movie right now while we wait for his mommy. And then we're going to go over to the store and get a few groceries before we head all the way back home. We always try to make sure that if we're down here in town, which takes us 45 minutes to get to, then we want to make sure we stop and get stuff. How can people go on a live so they reach 50 or more subs? I have no idea how YouTube does that. Yeah, she's doing good. Doing the... Oh, you're the only one doing the hearts. I don't know, how YouTube does their thing. before live streams on YouTube were a thing, before you could do like, you used to have to use a different, like, I think you did Google Hangouts to go live with a YouTube type thing previously. And then I know when I first started YouTube back in the day, the first time I did like a live stream, we had to do like a Google Hangout, because that, you know, YouTube's part of Google and whatnot. So they're all the same entity. So by that time, I was already a part of the like the whole YouTube thing and was already growing my channel and stuff. But I have no idea what their regulations are now. I think it is that you have to get to like a certain amount of subscribers before they allow you to go live. All I did was just open the app, and down at the bottom it has a plus sign, and it has video, shorts, or live. And I just scroll over to live and press go live. Yeah, Sammy, I don't read my Instagram DMs, just so you know. So if Instagram has DMs, I don't read those. The reason I don't read those is because 9 times out of 10 there's inappropriate stuff that people send over, because Instagram has no filter on that for some reason. So anytime that there's stuff that comes in through Instagram, I immediately delete it. I don't open it. I don't even give it any activation. So if you want to make a comment like on the actual posts, you can. But if it's going to be in my DMs, I don't answer the DMs. So, but yeah. I don't know. I know with my phone, I had to do the update. So if you have like a, I don't know, whatever model you have phone-wise, you need to make sure that your phone is up to date. And then once it's up to date, shut off and restart your phone. Like once your phone has been do its updated stuff and whatnot, shut it off, like power it off, and then power it back on, and then it works. Because mine did that for a while where we could not get our live stream to work on my phone. And I was like, what is happening? And then I noticed like my phone was available for update. So I did the update on it, you know, your system's operation system update, iOS update and stuff. And then once that was done, I was like, okay, cool. And then I would try it again. It still didn't work. So then I shut the phone off and did like a power reboot, and then I could get live. I think right now we are at just under, like literally just under 4,000. So we're just under 4,000. So I think we are 103 away from 4,000. So 103 subscribers away. So, Coco, how are you?
Coco, how are you?
Carlisle said, how are you? How are you? You're so nice, buddy.
I got your finger.
Oh, did you get your finger? Is it okay? Yeah.
Right here.
Right there? Did you bite it by accident again? Make sure you don't chew on your fingers, okay, baby? So. That was actually cute. But yes, I am very sunburnt. But if you guys have seen the 2 shorts that I posted, I busted my butt on Mother's Day and spent my entire Mother's Day building the bachelor pad for the Roosters. And then, when are you building Legos again? I have no idea yet. We are trying to get things in order in the house, especially now that there's another baby coming. And so, we are trying to hopefully, cross your fingers, because I have my son coming up, not Taylor, but my adoptive son, who I have, you know, adopted into the family. I am going to go pick him up on Thursday. So hopefully, we will actually get the room switch done, because we are redoing the layout at the back side of the house so we can have the nursery attached to the Jack and Jill. So we're going to move Sarah's room to the bigger room. We're going to clear out the bigger room and move it to the little, what we call the office space. So we're going to go do that this weekend. So hopefully, because Sarah's birthday is on Friday. And so we are going to get that done because she would like to have her new bed set up for her birthday. So we're going to get all of that switched around and done this weekend. Get all of that done, and then I can sit down and actually do a Lego stream. I would love to because I'm so missing it right now. I need it. Like, I need it right now. What's the matter, sweetheart? Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I'm parked kind of in the middle of, like, the islands, because that tree don't look like it's going to hang in there much longer. What? That's a lot. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so it's a lot of work because, like I said, we just bought the house a year ago, and we're still trying to figure all the things out. And we are wanting to make sure that we get the one thing we didn't get to do. Happy belated Mother's Day. Thank you. So with the things that we wanted to do, like when she was pregnant with Carlisle, was we wanted to have his entire nursery and stuff done. But if you guys were along for the ride back then, you will know that we went through a very devastating thing with the person that we were renting from. Actually moved other people into the house while we were living in the house. Don't understand what happened there, but we ended up moving into the RV. And ended up being in the RV for Carlisle's entire first year. You're welcome, baby. And so because of that, we didn't get to do a nursery for him and do all the setup. I know, sweetheart, when we get to the store, you can get out of the car. But you have to wait for mommy. She's in her appointment. Yeah, he is not happy about being in the car. He hates the car. Carlisle, we need to be patient, remember? We need to be patient. I understand that you're frustrated, but we can't get out of the car right now. Especially not in this wind. I know. You don't have to. The tree over there just broke. I hope nobody's coming up that way because that whole tree just broke right there. It's now hanging in the little pathway. I know, honey. Well, you shouldn't have thrown it, Carlisle. We're not gonna do this right now. We're not. You're not gonna scream at Grandma. Yeah, he hates the car as it is. But one of the things we are not allowing is for him to dictate. Like, he will scream his head off if he's not getting what he wants. But he's just gonna have to sit and be frustrated because we can't get out of the car. We're in a parking lot. Enough. No, we're not going to do that. That's enough. Nope. You can have your toys while we wait for your mom. Here. Sorry, guys. Giving him his set of books. But something that we're teaching him is that, one, he has to have patience. He's 3. So he's not like a baby, but he's also not like a big kid yet. So he needs to also learn that there's patience, but that there's rules. Like, you're in a car because we're in a parking lot waiting for mommy to get done. As soon as mommy is done, we're going to go to the store because we got to get groceries. And like I said earlier, because we're already down here in town, we're going to pick up groceries while we're here. But yeah, it's kind of everything that's going on right now. Like, I'm so glad I got the rooster pin done. But if you go back and you guys watch the 2 shorts that I've posted, I did the post where I showed you that I got the rooster pin done. I got the bachelor pad done. And then I moved 3 of the younger boys in there. And then I waited till 10 o'clock at night and I went over. Oh. Do you have your book? That's all the duckies?
Book.
Yeah, your book with the ducks. Yeah. You're watching all the way from Africa? Oh my God, you're amazing. Thank you for coming in here. But I went out at like 10 o'clock last night. We had a full moon, so it made it easier to see without bringing a flashlight. Luck was on my side. Walked out there and just grabbed each boy one at a time and walked him over to the new pen and sat him on the roost in the new pen. And then this morning they woke up to being in a completely new environment with 3 new buddies. And it seemed to go well. Like nobody had any scuffles. Nobody had any like butting of heads, nothing. Everybody's kind of like, what is this place? Which was great. I still have 3 more boys to move over, but they're nowhere near old enough to be in with the big boys because they are still quite small. And so we are keeping 2 of our bigger boys that are already in the pen with the girls right now. And that is Tater Tot and Chickpea. Chickpea, I'm so in the air right now. Yes, baby. I don't know if Chickpea's a boy or a girl. I assume Chickpea's a boy only because of some mannerisms. But, like, I could totally be wrong about that. Because the other ones are so close to laying age that they're starting to all get the red crown or comb. So I don't know if Chickpea is a boy or a girl yet. The only way I'm going to know is if Tater Tot mounts Chickpea. But as of right now, I don't know. And then we have our little tiny bantam boy. So baby bantam is going to be staying in the coop with everybody. So because there are 4 bantam females in there, and so those are for him. He's also not frisky like the other boys are with his girls, and so we'll have to see if down the road we need to separate the bantams from the big ones. But from what I've seen so far, it has not been an issue. They hold their own. They do very good amongst the bigger girls and the bigger boys, but that could change, you know, and that's why it's always a thing to make sure you're always checking on them, keeping an eye on everybody. We shall see. So we have all of that going on, but we need to move those other 3 boys when they're 14 weeks. They'll be nice and hefty looking and be able to hold their own with the other boys. Sorry, I keep doing this because the way that the sun is setting, I lose the screen. Oh my goodness, Moana, why you gotta be so loud? So, sorry. But, so yeah, that was a definite chore. So I did that yesterday, right? So got all that done. But then I went out this morning and got to finally take the satisfaction in cleaning out the coop and getting it all set up for the girls, getting their nesting boxes in there, getting the roosting bars in there for both the big girls and the littler girls and boys that we're keeping in there. But getting all of that set up so that the entirety of the run, the outdoor run space where they can come out and forage and scratch and find bugs and all that kind of stuff, they finally have their space back. And I actually shed a couple of tears standing there realizing like how guilty I was feeling that they were being so limited in their space for such a huge chunk of time because of the fact that when we hatched, we ended up with so many boys. But the good thing is I did post online, and for right now, they have another week and a half reprieve. But if nobody comes forward to wanting to adopt these boys for their flock, then freezer camp is the next thing. I know that people are going to be like, that's so mean, but I have no need, especially being what we're doing as homesteading. I have no need to be feeding and raising and continuing to feed full-grown roosters, 12 of them for that matter, when there isn't anything for them to do but all just be housed together. They're not serving any actual farm purpose. And maybe that's weird to people, but when you're doing homesteading, you're raising and providing your own food. What do you need? Where did you throw it at? Where? Hold on. Oh, I see it. Dang, it made it way over here. How did you do that?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You want me to put on Pea Potter? Yeah. You want the one with Dobby? Yeah.
Wait, again. Why not?
Okay, hold on. I gotta. Let me go and find Pea Potter for you. You want the one with Dobby? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the one with Dobby. There you go. All right. But anywho, so that felt so good this morning to be able to do that. I'm really, really looking forward to getting the Cinnamon Queens outside next week. So I will go out and do the integration station setup for them so that they can be integrated in with the big girls. And that usually takes a couple of weeks of them being in the integration station while everybody gets to know each other without being able to harm the smallest members of the flock. So in being able to do that, we'll be able to introduce the last set of girls. Oh, the heartburn is a whole level right now. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna add a piece of peppermint here. But anywho, the Cinnamon Queens are 4 weeks old. They'll be 5 weeks old. So no, we have an extra 2 weeks left because I wait till they're 6 weeks old. Everybody's got to have all their feathers in. The other big thing also I noticed when I went and bought the 5 Cinnamon Queens, they were sold as pullets. They've been sexed, that they were female. I have a sneaky suspicion though that one of them in the flock, one of them in that little flock of 5 is a boy. And the bad part about that is he's a Cinnamon Queen, so he's got the brown layer gene. So I don't want the brown layer gene going into my females because I already have olive eggers and Easter eggers, which are a mix, right? The Easter eggers are like a barnyard mix. And then I have olive eggers, which lay the beautiful dark green olive eggs and a couple of light green ones. And then I have a couple of Rhode Island Reds, and they give me really pretty like orangey brown eggs. And then I have another girl that the Easter egger, and her egg is like a pinkish, whitish-y cream color. So we have a mix. But if I introduce a dark like brown egg layer in the mix, then those dark brown genetics get into and cross with like your lighter colors, and you get a darker shade again. So if I was to breed the Cinnamon Queen to one of my olive eggers, I'll get an even richer, darker olive egg, or we'll get like a possible mix of a light brown. So you'd get one of the other, right? You'd get a lighter brown egg or a darker green egg. But with my Easter eggers, the likelihood that I'd get a more greenish-y tinted blue, like instead of having the lighter bluish green egg, it would be more of another olive colored egg, or we'd get the light brown egg. And I don't want to do that. We want to keep our egg colors on the more pastel-y, lighter side that we've got so far. And so my one egg, my one boy, is like Tater Tot. He's an Easter egger. He's from an Easter egg. He's from a beautiful teal colored egg. So he has got the blue and also like the lighter brown genetic in there, but he's Easter egger. So when I breed him to the girls, we're looking at either a nice rich colored like lighter blue egg, like a bluish tinted egg, or the lighter green colored eggs, because those are what he carries. And then also if we breed him to my Rhode Island Reds, the layers from that will lay possibly like the teal colored eggs or possibly an olive colored egg. So there's like a whole mix of things that can happen in there. But my thing is I don't want, like, my cinnamon queens are going to lay a darker red egg, or a darker brown egg, I mean, which is great. I want them to, but I'm also going to be breeding them into an Easter egger. So my Easter egger will be breeding my cinnamon queens down the road. And we would love for them to be able to produce some really beautiful egg layers that give us an assortment of eggs in our clutches. So that's kind of the goal. We'll see. And wow, here she comes. All right, I'm gonna get off here because we gotta drive, and you guys are awesome, fantastic, and we will see you guys later. Bye.